This is 7 News, the voice of the coast.
Tonight, Byron Bay prepares for a schoolie invasion. Loud and clear, Foster says no to domestic violence.
I'm Daniel Gibson. Later on this news hour, Kelly Sloan elected State Liberal leader Natalie Ward her deputy, plus a prominent neo-Nazi's being charged with harassing a politician.
7 News begins now.
Good evening. A week-long end-of-school celebration is set to kick off this weekend for thousands of teenagers. And it is all hands on deck in Byron Bay, with school graduates from near and far already rolling in tonight. Let's go to Kirstie Ranger, who joins us live this evening. And Kirstie, there is an important safety message that's being shared tonight.
Nick, Schoolies officially launches tomorrow, with coastal towns such as Byron Bay expected to welcome thousands of high school graduates. But police, paramedics and lifeguards are reminding them to stay safe, particularly around alcohol and the water. Setting up the red and yellow flags ahead of Schoolies in Byron Bay.
A dip can still be dangerous, they just want to cool off. But after a few drinks and a long day in the sun, it doesn't take much for some people to get stuck in the rip and get into trouble.
A safety message for those heading to the coast.
No swimming at night time at all, especially that's going to be the period where sort of people have had the most drinks.
Emergency services flying overhead, preparing for the major event with aquatic rescue training. In town, it's all systems go as people hit the streets and traffic rolls in.
But we make good sales as well because people are buying down holidays basically. So
a welcome financial boost for restaurants and cafes, ready to provide much needed hangover cures.
A little bit of that for sure.
Support will also be on offer to keep these school leavers safe. Red Frog's offering a 24-hour hotline and safety app.
And they can ring anywhere in Australia and get Red Frogs to walk them home. Plus you get to chew on frogs as you go. So we do about 3,000 walk homes over Schoolies. And then also a bit of advice from never be afraid to ring 000.
For licensed venues, Liquor and Gaming New South Wales will be performing inspections. Hefty fines also in place for anyone purchasing alcohol for minors.
Any person who's found to be selling liquor to an underage person faces penalties of up to $11,000 or 12 months imprisonment or both.
Kirstie Ranger, 7 News.
The Mid-North Coast is taking a strong stand against domestic violence. Hundreds walked across the Foster-Tuncurry Bridge, coinciding with a new campaign that began today.
A line of shoes showing the 62 women and 23 children who lost their lives to domestic and family violence in 2025. The Manning Valley making sure their message today is heard loud and clear.
Because it's a community effort. We know domestic violence, we all have to stand together, challenge the conversation.
Community members from all walks of life turned out in purple for the walk. Volunteers who have seen the consequences firsthand in women's shelters.
Most people see domestic violence as happening to somebody else. They also feel as if it's economics valued, but it's not. It can happen at every strata of within community.
And others in community corrections showing their support to victims.
We work with perpetrators of domestic violence, and it's really important to show that we support the victims. We want to do everything we can.
The march coincides with the police launched initiative, the 16 Days of Activism campaign. Police standing alongside community to spread the message against domestic violence.
The New South Wales Police Force last year responded to over 150,000 calls for domestic and family violence.
Domestic violence isn't necessarily a policing issue and one that we are going to be able to solve. It is one that really requires a joint community response.
Medina Wells, 7 News.
And if you or anybody that you know ever needs support, you can always contact 1800-RESPECT. That's 1800-737-732. Port Macquarie's breakwall saga has now reached a standstill. Council's waiting on Transport for New South Wales to begin upgrades, leaving locals wondering when anything will ever be done.
An icon of Port Macquarie for over 80 decades, the Southern Breakwall is a constant in the lives of locals. But now it's beginning to show signs of wear and tear.
This is a great place to fish. This is one of the best places.
Begun to deteriorate over the past 3 months. Part of the northern breakwall collapsed in September.
Concerns are that we do have kids, we do have fishermen who tend to walk and run all over those rocks. So the concern is could injure an arm or a leg.
But council says the job is now in the hands of Transport for New South Wales.
A couple of weeks ago, following my report about what was happening on the southern breakwall, the GM again contacted Transport for New South Wales, and we haven't heard anything since.
In a statement to 7 News, Transport for New South Wales Maritime says engineers have inspected the southern breakwall and don't feel any extra work needs to be done. For both breakwalls, they say they are operating under a maintain and make safe approach, whilst long-term solutions are still currently under review, putting council and locals who frequent the breakwall between a rock and a hard place.
It's a huge part of our culture, a huge part of our community. We need to make sure we're looking after it. If we're not going to upgrade it in the near future, can we at least repair the bits that need looking at?
Sarah Patience, 7 News.
Norco's ice cream factory in Lismore is celebrating 2 years, contributing close to $50 million to the economy. But workers say it's been a big battle to get here after nearly losing everything in the 2022 floods.
Lismore's Norco ice cream factory, almost unrecognisable today compared to its 2022 layout.
That 4 years ago, this was 14 metres underwater. So to see how far we've come as a community and as a business community in particular is really exciting.
Forced to stop operations before rebuilding, the factory has now been operating for 2 years, a $50 million drive into the local economy.
It's in wages, that's in local people working in the factory, other businesses that we purchase supplies from.
Employing close to 150 staff here on site, plus farmers and other indirect jobs, Norco has become an anchor in the Northern Rivers.
And going strong is really critical, not only for the people that they employ, but the knock-on effect, all the posties and the supermarket workers that those people go and utilise as well, the farmers.
And we've continued on that tradition and we've built a business in and around the Northern Rivers and the community and our farmers in this region.
As part of today's celebrations, the factory will be handing out free ice cream to community members, and that's something I certainly won't be complaining about. And there are some obvious fan favourites.
Chocolate lava brownie. Lava chocolate brownie. Lava chocolate brownie.
Casey Ranger, 7 News.
Police have released an image of a vehicle they believe may help them with their inquiries into a home invasion in Port Macquarie. Security vision shows a silver SUV in the area at the time of the incident on October 17. It is believed multiple offenders confronted a 26-year-old man before shots were fired into a home on Park Street. The 26-year-old was not physically injured. Police are now appealing for the driver and anyone with information about that car to come forward. Wingham is buzzing this weekend as musicians and visitors pour into the town for the music festival. It is one of the biggest celebrations of community and homegrown talent on the local calendar.
Hanging decorations, adjusting signs and doing sound checks. The finishing touches before gates open at the Wingham Music Festival.
Some local artists playing, we've got Darren with great food and good things to buy and lots of activities to do.
Food stalls and merchandise are set up and the campers have been eagerly arriving. Some returning and others enjoying the festival for the very first time.
The music was so good last year, we decided to come back again this year.
Being here with everyone on the showgrounds and that and being out 3 nights of camping's great.
But none of this would be possible without the volunteers. They've been working hard in the background to make sure this is a festival that truly rocks.
They just put in hours and hours in the hot weather, as the last 2 days have shown, and just lots of effort to make it all happen.
This year they've offered free tickets for flood-affected postcodes. The festival brings in travellers from all over, giving the local economy a much-needed boost.
I guess I want them to be able to come here and relax and enjoy conversations with the community, people around them, and just have that feeling of beautiful support.
Helping Wingham too a bit after the flood.
Yeah.
Like maybe help with spending money in town and stuff.
Medina Wells joins us live now from the festival, and Medina, the performances have already started.
Nick, festival goers are here enjoying food stalls, vendors and some early performances. And there is quite a lineup this weekend with the Bad Loves going on tonight at 9 o'clock. Round Mountain Girls seem to be a fan favourite for tomorrow night. And then, of course, our very own homegrown talent, James Johnston, will be the headline act.
I've written so many songs about this little community, about my hometown, starting with Raised Like That, Country Boys, We Grew Up On. So I'm excited to play the songs that I wrote about this community here, back in my hometown. I'm pretty excited for it.
Gates open again at 10 a.m. tomorrow, but until then, we're going to go enjoy the rest of the festival. Nick.
Bettina, that is a very good idea. Looks like a great weekend ahead. Thank you. Well, Kirstie is here now. Look at all today's weather conditions. And Kirstie, sadly, we're not at the festival. We're here in the studio.
Yes.
Doing great work, as usual.
Well,
quite a great day out there, Kirstie. Not a lot of sunshine today.
Yeah, telling people about the news and the weather. As we do know, it has been quite overcast along our coast. That cloud rolling through the region for most of the day, including at Harrington. Temperatures were also cool, more than 5 degrees cooler than yesterday too, thanks to that southerly change that has made its way up our coastline. 25 degrees for Port Macquarie today. Coffs Harbour returned to that top of 26. Winds southerly, then shifting southeasterly, so it remained humid along the coast too. Following that rainfall overnight in Grafton, we picked up 18 millimetres. Now, storms have developed through parts of the northern inland late this afternoon. They could move east, affecting the coast tonight, and that will lead into a showery Saturday. We'll have our weekend forecast soon.
That sounds good, Kirstie. We'll check in soon. Well, still to come in 7 News, how to get the most out of your healthcare benefits before the year ends. And a new rescue van arrives at the Coffs Coast Wildlife Sanctuary.
And a little later on this news hour, new Liberal leader Kelly Sloan says she's ready to take on Chris Minns. A neo-Nazi accused of threatening a politician arrested by federal police. And 13 people treated by paramedics after a fire broke out at the COP30 climate summit in Brazil.
Welcome back. The Byron Bay Wildlife Hospital has received 2...
I punt with Ladbrokes because it's fast. Even faster than a race caller talks.
And it's Muchacho coming around the outside with little Lassie a length behind. Cheeseburger with spicy sauce on the side. Hold the onions, double the pickles. I'll get some large fries. May you live a long and happy life together.
Ladbrokes has levelled up so you can find, place and track bets with them faster than ever before.
Oh, you good thing. Oh, you good thing. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Seabus, we've got someone in our corner.
Looking out for us. Now? And after talks down. Seabus Super. Make the hard work pay off.
Introducing Carl's Jr.'s unbeatable deals for two for only $26.95. Grab a beef and veg featuring a famous and veg star. Share fries and 2 small soft drinks. And best of all, swap out any of the burgers. Built for two and perfect for sharing. All for just $26.95. Only at Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Go Harvey Norman Black Friday sale. Get up to a huge 35% off Windows 11 computers, like this Acer Aspire Ultra 5 AI laptop, save $700. Motorola Edge 60 Fusion now $498 plus bonus Moto Buds. Best prices this Black Friday sale at Harvey Norman.
Were you late to get Josh again?
I wasn't late. Okay, here's the deal. I was about to leave work and it came to me. Today was training. Sport mode, boom. Tunes on. 360 camera clock the target, right on time. Kick the sensor, bags in, dirty boots in the front, ventilated seats on, mission complete.
He was late.
But did you pick up the eggs?
So if they're camping this weekend, I said we'd sort the drinks. $20 a head's doable, right? Just Gavin Bianca, drink Pinot, Samira said sparkling, Marvel beer.
It's doable.
Great.
And that price? You could probably get something for yourself.
That's what I'm thinking.
For everyday low prices, nobody beats Dan Murphy's.
How to buy a thoughtful gift. First, think about who it's for. Then, think about yourself. and buy it with Afterpay. Paid in 4 instalments over 6 weeks with Afterpay.
That first kilometre is always the hardest. 5:30 split, 5 years of waiting, 30s, 60, 90. Numbers have a way of sticking. New Balance 1080. Versatility and comfort through it all. Massive donations in their journey to secure a specialised work vehicle for injured animals. It follows a 7 News story last night explaining how the van could improve services. An individual from Foster contributed a whopping $25,000 to the cause, in addition to another $5,000 from the Brunswick Valley Bridge Club. From turtles and seabirds to small whales, each year the Coffs Coast Wildlife Sanctuary rescues close to 400 animals. With the new rescue van now on our beaches, the teams are confident no sick or injured wildlife will be left behind.
Into the sea turtle rescue season now means we can send one volunteer to collect multiple turtles or multiple sick animals at once, making the transport time a lot less for the animal and getting them back into triage.
The Sanctuary are working towards collaborating with other organisations to rescue animals like kangaroos and koalas. Dentists are warning those who have private health insurance not to let their benefits go to waste. Thousands of dollars worth of dental care is set to expire when the clock strikes midnight on December 31st.
It's crunch time at the dentist, with clinics across the region bracing for an end-of-year rush. The Australian Dental Association says that means benefits will disappear.
Typically, benefits tend to expire at the end of the calendar year. So the ADA New South Wales would urge people to check what benefits people have remaining and their coverage levels.
From March, insurance companies paid out an average of $68 to dental patients, which is not much. And that's because people aren't making claims. Dentists warn, use it or lose it.
It is very common. It's one of those things that we don't think too much of until now, festive season, and realize my health fund is going to expire at the end of the year. Maybe I need to make that call.
Dentists say that's why these final weeks of the year are crucial, especially when preventative care is cheaper than emergency treatment and can pick up early signs of gum disease and infection.
Dental disease or dental decay doesn't go away. Any length of time, it's very time dependent. So any length of time that you leave these problems, the issue just grows and doesn't go away.
The association is also reminding families about child dental benefits.
It's run by the Commonwealth Government. It provides $1,132 over 2 calendar years to patients that are able to access it. Best to find out if you have access to the Medicare website or through Medicare.
Monica Iskander, 7 News.
Up next in 7 News, the Australian Steelers maintain a perfect start in Thailand and a very special charity golf day held in Coffs Harbour. Welcome back. The Australian Steelers have made it 2 wins from 2 starts in Bangkok. Featuring Port Macquarie duo Riley Batt and Andrew Edmondson, the Steelers were simply too good for career this afternoon. They were rarely challenged on the way to a 67-42 victory. They'll again be in action over the weekend. The Asia Oceania Championships wrap up on Monday. Enjoying an 18-hole round of golf on a stunning course is not all locals enjoy today. They are raising money for a remarkable children's charity, Little Wings, helping sick kids get the care that they need close to home.
It's the Hoy's Charity Golf Day in Coffs, supporting our seriously ill children so they can travel to their medical appointments in major cities without spending hours on the road.
And I know here, for example, there's 3 families that we helped last year from the monies raised, and I think we're hoping to make things even bigger and better this year.
Year after year, Little Wings sees an increase of about 50% of families in need of its service. Coffs Harbour is one of the busiest locations they cover.
So we want to make sure that when families need us, we can turn around and say yes without hesitation.
But it's not without community support. 180 missions were completed in Coffs Harbour this year alone.
It allows us to say yes to families that are in need, who are caring for a seriously ill child, particularly as we're coming into Christmas and we know that families are under so much pressure.
Little Wings volunteers say without ongoing support, they would not be able to fuel their planes to transport children to hospitals. a little boy here in Coffs battling leukemia, have been under their care for around 2 years.
So Little Wings was able to fly him home to be with his family, to reconnect, to rest, to see his pets, his siblings, his friends, and then to go back and start treatment again.
The organisation is committed to keeping families together during some of the most testing times of their lives.
And you couldn't get a more worthy charity than Little Wings to support.
Hannah Pion, 7 News.
The Grafton community is now invited to have their say on the town's hospital redevelopment. The state government will invest nearly $264 million to provide an acute services building featuring a new emergency department. Now, there will also be a new road off Queen Street that will provide ambulances and other access points to the hospital.
Completed, the new hospital building will transform the Grafton Hospital campus, enhancing access and creating a modern facility for the community and our hard-working staff.
Early works will start in the coming weeks, and you can have yours at your local weather.
Good evening. A trough sitting through central and northern parts of the state is combining with hot temperatures, creating very unstable air. That means we're seeing storms and...
That first kilometre is always the hardest. 5:30 split, 5 years of waiting, 30s, 60, 90. Numbers have a way of sticking. New Balance 1080. Versatility and comfort through it all.
Go Harvey Norman Black Friday sale. Get up to a huge 35% off Windows 11 computers, like this Acer Aspire Ultra 5 AI laptop saves $700. Motorola Edge 60 Fusion now $498 plus bonus Moto Buds. Best prices this Black Friday sale at Harvey Norman.
Introducing Carl's Jr.'s unbeatable deals for two for only $26.95. Grab a beef and veg featuring a famous and veg star. Or make it hand-breaded chicken with 2 fillet burgers. Both deals are stacked with 8-star nuggets, chef fries and 2 small soft drinks. And best of all, swap out any of the burgers. Built for 2 and perfect for sharing. All for just $26.95. Only at Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
This just feels like home. So here's to us. How lucky we've been. Here's to us. Here's to you and me. 'Cause without you I don't know what I would do. But now you got me. And you got me too. Yeah, you. It's always been you. You just feel like home. Oh, you just feel like home. This just feels like home.
Were you late to get Josh again?
I wasn't late. Okay, here's the deal. I was about to leave work and it came to me. Today was training. Sport mode, boom. Tunes on. 360 camera clock the target, right on time. Kick the sensor, bags in. Dirty boots in the front, ventilated seats on, mission complete.
He was late.
But did you pick up the eggs?
This is what pre-flight mornings look like around here. Doing the coffee run, not the M1. Finding yourself the perfect park. So go on, take your pick from over 250 flights a week from Newcastle Airport. Ah, that's the Newy way.
Bingo Car Insurance does away with these fluffy extra bits to keep premiums low. Oh, been nice knowing you, Fluffy. Bingo Car Insurance. No fluffy bits.
Showers developing. That unsettled weather will spread through the inland into the weekend and early next week. A sharp rise in temperatures too before they drop right back off. Now for the north coast, we could pick up a couple of millimetres for our Saturday, heavier on Sunday. In total, we could see about 20 or so millimetres of rain for the coming week, but thunderstorms could develop and generate much heavier rain totals. We are expecting showers into tomorrow, mainly in the morning for the mid-north coast and the northern northern rivers with a moderate fire danger rating, but we could see about 9 to 10 millimetres of rain at the higher end of those totals. If thunderstorms develop, there's that risk of large hail as well as damaging winds too. Grey skies for the most part, with winds tracking east to northeasterly. On the waters tomorrow, we're expecting southerly swells around 3 feet for Byron Bay, winds around 10 to 15 knots, and our seas sitting at about 1 and 1.5 metres. Wet weather through early hours of Sunday morning, but storms develop. But for the mid-coast, another hot day, 30 at Kempsey, 30 degrees in Taree. For the northern rivers, not quite as heavy falls, no more than about 5 millimetres. There is a chance of some brighter breaks at times with a northerly breeze, also the 30s in Evans Head. But it's Monday when we'll feel temperatures for parts of the coast start to drop down to 24 degrees in Dorrigo, the low 20s in Taree, the mid-20s at Nambucca Heads. A cloudy day, a clearing shower or two, but overall starting to dry out. Winds tending back to southeasterly for parts of the coast. Further north, we're still expecting those warmer temperatures and a chance of a storm. Certainly unsettled weather over the next few days.
Yeah, wet and stormy. All right, Kirstie, thanks. Well, that's your local news for tonight and for the week. Thanks for your company. Up next, Dan has all your latest national and international news. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and I'll see you Monday.